If you're looking for instant and cheap Madden Ultimate Team coins, make sure to check out mobilemaddencoins.com and use the discount code RBT for 10% off your purchase. Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is Samuel Brown, aka RBT, coming at you with episode 1, or the introduction to my Madden 17 Tennessee Titans Connected Franchise Series. This is the first real connected franchise on Madden I brought to the channel. And the reason being is a lot of you guys wanted me to do this, and I wanted to test it out. I've said plenty of times before on the channel, even when I announced this, I didn't really believe that my style of making videos and just my personality in general really fit a connected franchise series. But 100% I am going to try out at least one season with the Titans in a connected franchise series and see how much you guys enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, I'll definitely come back for multiple seasons. If not, we'll stop it after one season. But it all depends on how much you guys actually enjoy this. So if you guys do enjoy and want a connected franchise series on the channel, let me know by dropping a like, and let's see how this goes, guys. It's going to be live commentary throughout the series. It's going to be a little bit different than most people run their connected franchise series. Like I said, most people don't do live commentary. It might be more than one game per episode. We'll just have to see how things goes. We're going to make some trades, make some free agent signings in the preseason, change the team up a little bit. It's not going to be necessarily very realistic. I know guys like Mr. Hurricane and so on and so forth, they do very realistic career modes. They're great at what they do. It's just not my style. So it's going to be a connected franchise, but it's a little bit different from what you're used to seeing. So with that said, let's pick the Tennessee Titans, and we're going to go with the owner role. That's because I ran a Twitter vote, and you guys told me to go with the owner role. So I am going to be creating an owner, which is that you guys just said it was basically the same exact thing as coach, just with some more features. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making the owner. Do we go with former player, lifelong fan, or the absolute millionaire? And I think I want to get more funds, just plain and simple. So we'll go with the financial mogul. I've already messed up the series just like that. The owner of the Titans is no more. A new era has began in Nashville, Tennessee. Samuel Brown, aka RBT, is now the new owner of the Tennessee Titans. For all of this stuff, guys, I'm going to play on all Madden. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below what I should set all this stuff to. A lot of this stuff that I do in this series when it comes to signings and trades and stuff is going to be determined by you guys. You guys are going to be heavily involved in this series. So starting off, I'm going to play on all Madden, but I'm guessing you guys would want me to play on all Madden regardless. And moving along, we're going to go with 7-minute quarters, and we're going to go with minimum play clock of, we'll go with 15, or let's go with 8-minute quarters, and then 15, we'll go with 7. We'll go with 7. Let me know what I should make the quarter length in the comments below. We'll keep the accelerated clock on. All this stuff is just fine. And as we start this regular season, I want you guys to let me know how you want me to play the games in this series. Do you want me to actually play them myself, as you see this little background intro into the connected franchise? Do you want me to actually play like I would play in an offline game, like try my hardest? Or do the things like I said, for example, Mr. Hurricane and other connected franchise YouTubers do in their series, is like they control very little in the game. Like, for example, defensively, from what I've watched of them, they control the defensive tackle and let the rest of the team, let the CPU run the defense. And offensively, they make the throws, and for example, they don't try to make the catches. The computer has to make the catch, and then they run, they control the running of the player. So maybe I should, I don't know if that fits my style. Just let me know what you want to see in the comments below. That would make it a little bit more realistic and less reliable on my skills, but just let me know how you want me to play it in the comment section below. See, that's why I'm so iffy on the connected franchise things, because it's new to the channel, new for me, and I just want this to be an enjoyable series. That's the main thing. I just want to make sure this is as enjoyable as possible for you guys watching. So we are not going to start the preseason this week, because I want you guys to let me know the moves you want me to make moving into the next episode. So I just clicked on the improved team tab, and when that pops up, it wants me to trade for a backup quarterback. So is a backup quarterback something I actually need to bring into the team? And if I do, who do I actually need to bring in for at backup quarterback? Maybe a Johnny Manziel. So with you guys making the big decisions for me when it comes to telling me what positions I need to upgrade at, whether it be through free agency or via a trade, I need to show you the depth chart of the Tennessee Titans to start off the year. As you see here, of course, Marcus Mariota is our quarterback, #1 quarterback, and will be the #1 quarterback for this series, but maybe we do need a better backup quarterback. I mean, Matt Castle, Mariota could get hurt, and I'm not sure if I'd really rely on Matt Castle to be our quarterback moving the team. And at running back, very, very excited We're going to put Derrick Henry as the backup running back. He's a 75 overall and should progress very quickly, but we have some very talented running backs in DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. Should we try trading or signing a third running back to be in the team? Let me know in the comments. Moving along, we have a good fullback in Jocelyn Fowler from my Alabama Crimson Tide, so fullback is just fine. And now at wide receiver, I'm going to have to make this trade. I will show you guys here in just a second. Apparently the rosters weren't updated. Dorial Green-Beckham was traded from the Titans. I was going to make a video on that like separately on my channel because I was so aggravated, but I don't want to talk about it. He was traded to the Philadelphia Eagles for a backup guard that will never play, but I digress. Aside from that, we have some good young receivers. We brought in Rashard Matthews. We have a veteran now in Andre Johnson, which he does not need to be in the slot. We had a lot more promise at the wide receiver position before we traded Dorial Green-Beckham, but aside from that, we still have some young receivers. I mean, Harry Douglas is not a young receiver, but he's still pretty good, and Justin Hunter is a young receiver that I think will end up being very good as well. And we're pretty good when it comes to the tight end position. Delaney Walker, one of the best tight ends. I think he's the third rated tight end in Madden 17. And if I'm not mistaken, I saw something where our 3 tight ends are all top 3 in terms of run blocking stat in the whole entire league. So that's a pretty good stat to have with your 3 tight ends. And if I can find that run blocking rating, I will show you guys. It's 91, 88, and 89. So that's pretty crazy to have the best 3 run blocking tight ends in the NFL, especially with the running backs that we do have in our team. And now moving on to the offensive line, it's pretty young and it was awful last year, but we did improve it in the offseason. First of all, we have Taylor Lewan, who's going to be our franchise left tackle, so that should be just fine. Left guard position might need some upgrading, so let me know if I should upgrade the left guard position. And at center, we have 2 young guys in Ben Jones and Brian Schwenke, who either could play and either would be okay, I would say. And then again, we have another young right guard in Chance Warmack, who's an 81 overall, who should be pretty good. And at right tackle, we have a rookie in Jack Conklin. So 2 very young tackles that should be very good for this series, and we shouldn't have to replace them at all. Now moving on to defense, where we have one of the best defensive ends in the game in Jarrell Casey with a 95 overall at the left end position. Now moving on to the right end position, we might need to upgrade here. Carl Klug, 74 overall, not the greatest in the world. Now at defensive tackle, got some decent guys. We have Al Woods and Austin Johnson, who is a rookie coming from Penn State. Daquan Jones can play defensive tackle too, but maybe we do need to upgrade this interior of the defensive line. Let me know in the comments below. Oh my God, something in my eye. Help. Help. 911. I swear to God, there's a knife. Somebody put a knife in my eye. I'm wasting EA access time. I am wasting EA. Oh God, it hurts really bad. Please help. Please help. I'm wasting valuable. Oh God, valuable EA access time. So that was interesting. Now, as my right eye is absolutely killing me, let's move on to the linebacker position. We have Derek Morgan at left outside linebacker. Pretty good linebacker. Maybe we can use an upgrade. We have a good young outside linebacker, though, in Kevin Dodd from Clemson, who could be pretty good. Now at middle linebacker, a very speedy middle linebacker in Wesley Woodyard. We should be okay there. Although Avery Williamson is still pretty young. He's only been in the league for 2 years. I think we might need a better middle linebacker. Let me know in the comments below. And at right outside linebacker, we have Brian Arakpo, who is one of the best at his position in the league. So linebacker's not too bad. Now the secondary is where we need some improvement. Jason McCourty is one of the few veterans in the secondary, but with that being the case, they're not awful cornerbacks, but when you just look at the 5 cornerbacks we do have on this roster, I feel like we need at least one more cornerback to help this secondary, because that's not gonna do it. Our secondary has not been good the past few years, and we definitely need another corner, so let me know who to go after in the comment section below. And at free safety, one of the signings that I do love that kind of went under the radar is Rashad Johnson. Talking about veterans in the secondary, we have a very young secondary aside from Rashad Johnson now and Jason McCourty. And Rashad Johnson was signed, so he's a veteran now to help this young secondary, and he's still pretty good. I mean, I don't know why he went so far under the radar, but I'm glad to have him in the secondary. Backing him up is going to be Marquestin Huff, the second-year free safety out of Wyoming. And at strong safety, we have Denoris Searcy, who's a pretty solid strong safety, and not much depth behind him there. And at kicker and punter, we're okay with Ryan Suckup and Brett Kern, who's one of the best punters, I believe, in the NFL. But a pretty cool feature in this year's game is the practice squad feature. We do have players that you can list onto the practice squad that do not count against your total number on the roster. So some young guys that maybe we want to try out, some guys maybe you want to see me sign that doesn't actually have to be counted against my total 53 on the roster. Let me know if there's somebody, maybe like a Johnny Manziel, you want to see me sign and put it on the practice squad, or just anybody, let me know in the comments below. Honestly, cannot believe I am doing this. Dorial Green-Beckham has been traded to the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, they accepted it first try for Dennis Kelly, backup right tackle. And now, guys, one of the last things we are going to do in the video is go through the free agency list and let you guys pick who you want to see me sign to at least try out in the preseason. If not, keep on the team moving forward. Maybe we can sign a starter. Just let me know in the comments who you would like to see me sign. And also, let me know what players you want to see me go after in the trade block. Whatever comments I see with the most thumbs up of specific players you want to see me go after in a trade, I will try my absolute best to go after them and add them to the team. Make sure, though, it's players that you think would help the team in certain areas. And even if you want to throw in what you think I need to offer the other teams in those particular trades. I'm trying to get you guys involved in the series to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys. And with that said, I do think we need a better backup quarterback, though, behind Marcus Mariota in case he does get hurt, because we're probably going to be running the ball a good bit with him, so he could potentially get hurt. Guys like Tavares Jackson, we have TJ Yates, a Michael Vick, or Johnny Manziel would make things very interesting. If anything, sign them for the preseason, let them battle it out for the backup quarterback spot, and I don't know, think that would be pretty interesting as you see the rest of the quarterbacks here in this free agency list. Now, moving on to running backs, like I said, I think it'd be cool to bring in a third talented running back. We already have two very talented running backs, so if we can get another running back at a low cost, I think that'd be pretty cool. Maybe a guy like Zach Stacy, Roy Helu would be good as well. Chris Polk, Trent Richardson, maybe try to revive his career, have both him and Derrick Henry in the same backfield, I think would be pretty cool. But Bishop Sankey, the former Titan, not going to re-sign him. Andre Williams, that'd be fun to play with him. Alex Collins, another rookie that was not signed, and here are a couple other ones. Now, moving on to wide receivers, I don't know why Sharp is okay, so he's in the practice squad, so that's why he's listed as a wide receiver. I need to upgrade him to the actual roster because he's been playing really well in preseason, and he's definitely more than likely going to make the team in real life. But I think we might actually need to go after a wide receiver in the trade block, because I think one more good wide receiver would make our wide receiver core that much better. And then with the loss of Dorial Green-Beckham, I think we do need another, at least a deep threat at the wide receiver position, because our best wide receiver is Kendall Wright, and he's not necessarily the best deep threat. And we'll have to see how, in fact, Andre Johnson does play. Tight end, I don't think we need anything at the tight end position. We have three of the best run-blocking tight ends in the league, and also Delaney Walker, who's amazing. But now, guys, pay close attention to some of these top offensive linemen. Jake Long would be interesting, former #1 draft pick. But you got to be very careful, though, because you got to remember we have two positions on the offensive line that need to be, I think, upgraded, especially the left guard position. And then the center position as well could potentially be upgraded. So here are the left guards, but remember, it doesn't have to necessarily be a left guard. We plug into that position. There's not that many great options. And now at center, we have Samson Satele, who I think would be okay, but we'd have a better overall already starting for us at center. So maybe we need to go after somebody in the trading block. Just let me know in the comments what you guys think about that. Maybe a David Joseph to play at left guard, although he's a little old. Moving on to right tackle, maybe a guy like Phil Lodehout. I know he's huge, 6'8", but maybe plug him in at left guard and have a huge offensive line. So maybe that's a guy I should go after. Now moving on to defense, maybe you guys see somebody that maybe I should sign as maybe a backup. Maybe I should sign to maybe start for the team. Like, this guy's not bad at 78 overall. And at defensive tackle, not too many great options. We probably need some better depth, though, at the defensive tackle position. Josh Chapman, a former Alabama player, could necessarily be a pretty good signing. Vincent Valentine is a rookie to 72 overall, so might need to... There's a couple rookies in here that we might need to actually snag up. Jesse Williams, who actually did battle, I believe, was it leukemia he battled with the Seahawks, and now apparently is a free agent, but hopefully he gets signed by somebody and has a good rest of his career after battling with that disease. Now moving along, not too many good right defensive ends. Maybe you guys see somebody I should try out. Now moving on to the linebacker position. Some decent guys right here. The veteran Lamar Woodley is in there, so is Calvin Pace. So maybe signing a veteran linebacker is the move. Now moving on to middle linebacker, not too many good options at that position. Now moving on to the other outside linebacker position, a couple decent overalls, maybe potentially a backup that we could sign. Christian Jones, though, is a good young outside linebacker that maybe we should try to sign. And like I said, guys, do not forget to comment below with who you think I need to go after in the free agency and in the trade block. And D. Milliner, another Alabama guy, maybe, like I said, cornerback was one of the most vital positions I think we need to upgrade in this preseason and before we start the actual regular season, because there's not that many good free agents, so maybe trade block is the move for that position. But I think we definitely need another corner, if not two, to improve that secondary and our defense as a whole, because the secondary for the Titans has been awful the past couple seasons. A couple good free safeties in the free agency, and then at strong safety, there's Jeremy Miles. We have Bakari Rainbow, who would be a nice signing, I believe, and a couple other decent guys. Another Alabama guy, ex-Alabama guy, Robert Lester. Overall fan happiness, we have the 21st rank in the NFL, team popularity 22nd, market size 28th, which being in Nashville, that seems like it's kind of low, because Nashville is actually a pretty decent city in terms of size and just popularity in general. Roster ratings pretty high though, kind of surprising with the Titans having the worst record in the NFL last year. Stadium rating is 30th, staff rating 25th, which I don't necessarily disagree with actually. Concession 17th, merchandise 17th, and ticket pricing 11. So this definitely needs some work, and immediate success would definitely bring the improvements that we do need. And there is stuff that we could do to the stadium, rebuild the stadium, upgrade the stadium. I'm not real keen on this, don't know necessarily what I should do. Definitely not relocating, definitely not now at least. But maybe we do need to upgrade the stadium since it's a bad rating and our fans are unhappy with it. Kind of weird how there's some tweets and league news and some stories from the preseason week 4 when we're not even into week 1 of the preseason yet. So that's definitely very interesting. Kind of curious how they got these stories. And the last thing, do you guys think I should change any of these sliders to make it more realistic? I genuinely am leaving this up to you guys. Do you think I should do this? Maybe we should see how things go in the preseason, and then you guys determine how I should change the sliders. Just let me know in the comment section below. But with that said, guys, that is going to do it for this introductory episode to my Madden 17 Tennessee Titans Connected Franchise Series. Very excited to get things going. I'm guessing if you guys want me to, I'll play all the preseason games and maybe chop them up and maybe the 2 episodes, maybe play 2 games, make some moves, and then play the last 2 games of the preseason, and then start the regular season. But definitely leave your suggestions for who I need to go after in free agency and who I need to go after in terms of a trade in the comment section below. And make sure if you see a trade that you do think would be nice or a free agency signing, just drop a thumbs up on that comment, and the ones that I see with the most thumbs up will be the ones that I do go after in the next episode. And the more likes this episode gets, guys, will determine the faster the next episode comes out. I'm not necessarily sure when that will be, but if I see you guys really do enjoy this and want me to come back with another episode, I could potentially even do so tomorrow. So if you are enjoying this and want to see the next episode very soon, so we can officially get started into the series, let me know by smashing that like button. But with that said, guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.